All right, so Mikey Williams versus DJ Wagner. As y'all all know, last week the Espn rankings came out for the 2023 class, and DJ was number 1, DJ Wagner in Camden, New Jersey, and Mikey Williams was number 3, out of San Diego, California. And as we all saw, Mikey didn't like that, So I said, screw it. I'm hearing all this, Mikey's the best, Mikey's not the best, DJ's the best, DJ's not the best. So I said, let's make a video and break down both of their games. All right, basically, just break down both of their games and let's see their flaws and weaknesses. And, we all pick who's the best at the end of the day. So. All right, right here, Mikey drives left. I watched about 3 or 4 of Mikey's games. Every time he drives left, he doesn't finish with his left. All right, he either dunks it or he tries to finish with his right. All right, to be an elite player, if you want to be an elite player, you have to have a left hand. I don't care if you're a freshman or your age group or not, right? You gotta have a left hand. All right, when it's time to drive left, you use your left hand. Okay, and again, he's only 6'1". As you see his stature right here, you see he struggles over longer defenders. All right, that's something that he's going to have to adapt to, right? With a floater, with a left hand, that's something he's going to have to get better at. Better competition, that won't happen. All right, so as you see right here, this is a beautiful job of Mikey with patience and understanding of the game, right? So if you saw, he made the guy that was about to set the pick and roll go back, right, and reset it. It was something that Mikey didn't like about it, and he reset the pick and roll when they re-screen. That's really, really high level stuff right there, right? It's seniors in high school, seniors in college that don't understand that concept, right? Re-screening. All right, Mikey did that all on his own. That wasn't his coach or anything like that. Told the guy to go back, give Mikey a better angle to come off this pick and roll. All right, a nice, smooth pull-up jump shot, which a lot of people don't like anymore. They either want to go all the way to the basket or shoot threes. Pull-up jump shot is fine with me, so that's good stuff right there by Mikey. Very good patience. To have patience at that age is highly impressive. Highly impressive. All right, to be that young, because kids can get rattled fast. As you see, obviously, competition level isn't good, but, it's hard to rattle this guy. So right here, the balance and body control and strength, incredible. Again, to be this young and have this type of body control and power going to the basket, regardless of who he's going against, right? That's really impressive. It's really impressive. All right. As you see, the kid he's pretty strong beyond his years. I don't like how he just whiffed on that closeout on defense. And again, a lot of y'all want to look at highlights and things like that. I'm looking at the totality of it. I don't like the way he just whiffed on that closeout defensively, but sticking to the offensive side, really polished as far as his balance and his strength. All right, way beyond his years with that. But the defense got to catch up. All right, right here he takes about like a 35-foot shot. All right, now it didn't look like it was hard for him to take it. His mechanics looks pretty decent. But I'm not in love with that shot. And the reason I say that, he take a lot of shots like this. He's a real volume shooter to get that 30 points a game. And his coach allows it, right? This could lead to a lot of bad habits in the future. All right, for a kid Mikey age, you won't think this is okay. You're going to think that's a high percentage shot. It's a small portion of the world, a very small portion that's a high percentage shot. Most of the world can't make that at a high clip. All right, especially when you're that athletic, and you have this type of skill set to get to the rim. So just that's something that concerns me. But this is right here is why everybody on the internet loves him, his athleticism, right? This is why you watch all the YouTube videos, all the 5-minute clips of Mikey Williams this, Mikey Williams that, because he's a superior athlete, and nobody's going to ever take that away from him. That's why he's ranked as high as he is. All right, I'll finish at the end of the video. I'll talk more about that, but that's why he's ranked as high as he is. All right, just not many people at the high school level that can do what he do. And he's only 6'1", so it looks great while he's doing it. And this last clip I'll show you with Mikey, This is really like NBA level type of stuff right here, right? This move is highly impressive that he puts on. All right, you might say he just made a fadeaway shot, but his footwork on this shot is highly impressive, right? Not only is he shooting a fadeaway as a freshman or whatever he is in high school, which is really hard to do, going to your right, he's pushing off the wrong foot to get this shot off. Like, you can tell he's been around a lot of NBA players doing a move like that and being able to perfect a move like that at that age. That's really impressive. Really impressive. All right. I question, can he make that consistently? Right? Can he make these type of shots consistently? But nonetheless, it's still highly impressive. All right. So in the next portion, we're gonna discuss DJ Wagner.
When the play goes up and down, just watch the way in which, again, I know I'm going to sound like a broken record, but watch the way in which Evan Mobley runs. His strides are long, they're fluid, his feet practically bounce off the floor. Great pass.
How about that? Just got it in a quick touch pass up court. A couple weeks before that, they actually not.
It goes up and down. Just watch the way in which, again, I know I'm going to sound like a broken record, but watch the way in which Evan Mobley runs. His strides are long, they're...
All right. DJ Wagner of Camden High School. All right. Like I said previously, ESPN has him ranked as the #1 prospect in the 2023 draft. I'm sorry, in the country. All right. So we're going to go through some highlights of him and get rocking and rolling. Now, listen, you could call me biased, whatever you say, but the kid doesn't have many flaws offensively. I'm nitpicking right now. This first highlight that I'm gonna show you, he needs to work on his strength, and that's really all I can really say about him. But he's 14, right? He's 14, so he's not supposed to be strong at 14. You know, he hasn't even come into his body yet, right? So he already attacks the rim hard, as you can tell, you know, but he needs to work on his strength, right? Listen, again, I'm nitpicking with that. Other than that, this kid doesn't have one flaw offensively. It's just that simple. He doesn't have one flaw offensively, and that's why he's ranked as high as he is. All right, as you see, a nice and compact player, right? He takes what the defense gives him, all right? And he uses his left as a 14-year-old. Again, it's not a knock on Mikey per se, but if you want to be this elite player, you have to have as much limited liabilities as possible. It is what it is, right? DJ's left is just as good as his right, you know, at 14 years old, right? So that's something you got to take into account, okay? Now, right here is what really it's just beautiful to look at, and that's his shot. This kid, his mechanics is insanely good. Like, insanely good. You know, his shoulders are always square when he shoots. He goes straight up and down. He follows through on every shot. His footwork is impeccable. It's just like, look, it's just beautiful to watch. And again, I'm gonna keep saying, at 14 years old, to have those type of mechanics, you know, he can only get better, right? You know, so he shoots with the best of them already, you know, in the country as a young kid. You know, and this is what a lot of people don't see. He plays on both ends of the floor all the time. Like, he defends the basketball, right? He defends the basketball, and he passes very well, right? Now, you might say, look at that bounce pass. It was just a bounce pass. But he passed that on a rope, and Lance Ware did not have to break stride. And if I'm a college or an NBA scout, that's what I'm looking at. You know, he passed a pass where the guy that he passed it to did not have to break stride at all. You know how important that is in the game of basketball, that he didn't have to wait for that pass. You know, so different components like that is why DJ is ahead of the curve with everybody. And this right here, now that's the same shot that Mikey shot, right, from 35 feet away. But look how effortless DJ shot this basketball, right? Look how effortless. He didn't have to force this 35-footer at all. He didn't have to put more power on it, none of that. You know, he basically shot it like a free throw, right? And again, he's only 14 years old. So, and I'm saying that because this kid probably not even lifting weights yet. You know, imagine when he really develops into the body that he's supposed to have, right? It's just a scary sight, man. It's just a scary sight, you know, and a lot of people got to put these comparisons in perspective. It is. And this is right here is what's underrated. That right there. That right there. You know, I heard somebody say that DJ isn't as skilled as Mikey. I really don't understand. Maybe they don't know the definition of what skilled is. But being able to crab dribble like this and use his instincts in between 4 guys dribbling the basketball is, yeah, that's why he's the #1 player in the country. I mean, it is what it is. That's exactly why, right? Like, again, he's in a phone booth right now, and he can dribble through like that and finish over the top-ranked senior in the country, you know, as a freshman. So, I mean, yeah. There you go.
Just a...
All right, so in closing, obviously, as you see from my standpoint, I think DJ is the #1 player, and it's not even close. All right, now with saying that, I'm not saying that Mikey isn't a good player. I think Mikey is a really good player, But Mikey is lacking a lot of things that DJ just already has down pat. You know, as far as fundamentals and mechanics, Mikey is behind the curve a lot with that. All right, Mikey gets by a lot because he's just so superior of an athlete against everybody that he's facing. You know, it is what it is, right? But Mikey doesn't have the intangibles down at all. You know, so in order to even be considered on DJ's level, Mikey has to get the fundamentals of basketball down pat, you know. And I'm gonna equate some of that because I watch Mikey's games and he doesn't look like a bad kid or selfish or anything like that, you know. It looks like he takes those shots and his mechanics are off because of coaching. The coach allows him to do these type of things, right? I never really saw the coach say anything to Mikey for taking these bad shots. You know, that's a problem. So that's one thing. I think he definitely got to leave that school, you know, for 2 reasons. For one, the coaching, like that's just insane, right? Like, you're setting that kid up for failure. And for 2, the level of competition. I mean, Jesus, like the kids he was playing against looked like just every team looked like a JV team. Like, it was like what is this? Like, now I know California has basketball players. Don't get me wrong, and they got good teams in California. But what, he in San Diego? Like, it was a joke. It was a joke. So I think he got to move, you know, because again, if you want to be on that upper echelon, you know, and be compared to kids like DJ, you got to play against better competition. You know, it is what it is. DJ played in New Jersey, which is arguably the best state in the country as far as high school basketball, right? And he averaged 20 a game, and they went 30-1, his team, you know, right? So Mikey has to challenge himself more, you know, on the high school playing field in order to get compared to DJ. But overall, I made this video because what's happening with Mikey and DJ is very good for high school basketball, right? As you see, Mikey talks a lot, you know, but you can tell he's a killer, right? He's a killer, which is good. DJ does the exact opposite. He doesn't talk at all, but people around him know he's a killer, right? He's a killer, you know. So, and I'm saying that because all this friendships and all these smiles and stuff about everybody want to play with each other is just not good, right? Who wants to compete? As you see, these 2 kids want to compete, you know, for everything, you know, and I think it's good for the landscape of basketball. So, yeah, Mikey has a ways to go in order to catch DJ, but he'll get his chance to play him. You know, again, probably not this year because his team is really just that bad. You know, it is what it is. That was a terrible team that I was watching that he's playing with, you know, and it was really bad coaching. But he'll get his shot. And we'll all be able to see that, you know, in the next couple years. All right, till next time.